1/6 of the funding level for healthcare. It's still radically underfunded. When you have a technical solution to a problem, you don't have the problem solved. There's an institution building or institutional strengthening job that is complicated and takes a long time, and that's the essential hurdle I think we're facing now as the Feed the Future whole of government approach goes toward local contracting. There's an institutional strengthening job to be done there. I think that's my takeaway message from the day. The other is the role of host governments, both local and national. The regulatory environment can put a stop on it. The ability of regional and local governments to observe and enforce agreements made by national governments, it's about capacity building again, in order to have the registration, the tax conduct, the land availability, all of the nuts and bolts of a new business venture have to be supported and facilitated by government. You can't do it as private sector alone. That would be my second takeaway. I think the last point I want to make is that there is a new model of development program coming into play with the receptivity of the U.S. government to for-profit companies participating. The ratio of funding going into a program is increasing, private sector to donor funded, and that's a good thing for all the reasons that my colleagues have cited. I'll stop there.
I just saw it lit. I think you had a one finger there at one point. I just want to give you a chance to just interject before Robert speaks.
The only interjection, I think I agree with everything that Paul has said with regards to this, and I think one of the emphasis that AID is placing on the capacity development component is ensuring that as we're moving forward, that capacity strengthening functionality, we're building that as well within the countries, whether it's through universities, through government entities, through management companies, audit firms, et cetera, and the critical importance of that element associated with the work we're doing to support local entities in developing the value chains in the agricultural sector or in the provision of health services in the health services sector.
Okay, Robert.
Thank you, Dan, and thank you for the invitation. I represent here World Cocoa Foundation, which is a privately owned organization created by chocolate and cocoa companies around the world. We were created in the year 2000 as some of our initial members were talking more and